Happy Thursday. I feel like it's been forever since we've done a live. We were just kind of talking about it here. I'm here with Kaylee, Heidi, and Jessica. They are the ones that make this all work and do all the behind the scene things. So I hope everybody's doing good. How did you like Jen's talk, their interview last week? Wasn't that awesome? I've had so many compliments over there. The ladies are just so in love with her. If you have never taken a class from her, you really do need to do it. I mean, some of the ladies are like, she just makes me feel so relaxed and so just a whole different way to look at your quilting and slowing it down and doing some things hand. And they are all loving it over there. So Jen is here for another the end of this week yet, and then when she flies home to Australia, we are going to miss her. It's been so much fun having her here. We will get her back in, I think, 27. So we'll get another opportunity to take another class from Jen as soon as she gets back. And she's having hip surgery, so we all have to take care of her and send up some prayers for a healthy surgery. So yeah, I feel like it's been forever since I've been doing any of this stuff, but I just want to do a little shout out and some announcements here because I've been behind on my, so Heidi, are these just old ones here?
No, that's how far behind
we
you
are
are.
so far behind on Unity. So it's going to be a huge week. Oh, you did them to me again.
Oh, they're duplicates.
That's
Sorry.
why. Okay, I'm like, wait a minute, 6?
That's for my
No.
shipping purposes. Oh, my records.
Oh yeah, your records.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk about Unity in a minute, but it's already like week 33 is this week, right? I told you it would go fast.
What did you say?
It's week 33 this week, right?
Yes, I believe you're right
so
about that.
A little over a month and a little bit, and we'll give you that last clue. I know you're all like crazy, losing your minds over it, right? But we'll talk about Unity in a minute. I got to do some announcements. I'm getting ready to go to the fair tonight. Baby Lachlan, we went last year. I think we're going to do it an annual thing, but I'm so excited because now he knows he's going to see those big cows and the piggies and the lambs. So I'm super excited. The Shawano County Fair. And we're going to go tonight so we don't have to go on the weekend. Because that's what happens, right? All right. So please make some comments. That's how you win prizes here on our blog today. And we're giving away lots of prizes today. We're giving away a bunch of stuff for Unity. We're giving our normal prizes away, plus one bonus prize. I just did a video on the mini that we are going to release. When are we putting that up?
Well, it's late, so...
I know it's late.
Next week.
Soon.
Yeah.
Soon. All right, but when you see it, you're going to lose your mind because you're going to love the mini. All right, okay. So let's go through the announcements because I haven't done them in forever. All right, so we have some clubs that happen here at Primitive Gatherings. So if you ever want to come and stitch or punch or do some other wool stuff, hand stitching, you can come to the gathering and join one of our clubs. They run from 9 o'clock in the morning until 4. We feed you lunch. And you get to stitch all day long for $25. Isn't that awesome? All right, so here's some of the clubs that we have coming up. And September 2nd, we have a sit and stitch in the morning or in the day, just the day. And then on September 14th, we have rug hooking club. And October, this is farther out, featherweight and Bernina sewing machines. So the old featherweights and the new Berninas. And then October 8th, we have a cross stitch club meeting. October 29th is our next wool club. And then we have a class, like Jen is here, we have Linda Hershka coming for an advanced quilting workshop. That's a long arm class, and that is from 9 to 4 o'clock, 2 days, Friday and Saturday, the 24th and 25th. So if you're interested in mastering your machine quilting skills, that is the thing you need to do. Go hang out with Linda because she's amazing. And then we have a notice in here for our Primitive Christmas event. Our Primitive Christmas event is one of our biggest events of the year. And we already started working on the projects for that. So I'm super excited about a lot of that. And if you are unfamiliar with Primitive Christmas, it's kind of like our biggest event. We have lots of goodies for you. The whole thing kind of revolves around, we do a bunch of new Christmas stuff, and then we also give you patterns. So we give you 4 patterns for Primitive Christmas, and one of them is a kit. So we have I think it's an ornament this year, right, Jess? Ornament for kits. And you will get a choice between a red or a cream one. And then if you want to buy more, you can buy more. We'll have extras for those. But it is the 20th through the 23rd. And along with that, we do our Scrappy Quilt Show. And we also have food available that day or those days of that event. And it is from 10 to 3:30, Thursday and Friday are make and takes, from 10 to 1:30 on Saturday for make and takes. And we're going to have some really cool make and takes for that as well. So please join us, grab your girlfriends, and they can have a blast. And then we have a trip to France coming up, and that is in spring, May 15th through the 23rd. And that is on crafttours.com. And we have a post tour that's also from May 23rd through the 28th. So if we get enough people, we'll do that as well. And all the information on the Adventure Club, I call it the Adventure Quilting Club, and that is going to be on crafttours.com. And there's craft and then not another T. So craft tours, like one word with one T.com. And then that is all what we have for announcement. I am going to announce probably next week our Greece dates, which will be in September of next year. We're going to go to Greece as well. All right. Oh, I got to get that back out. So let's do the Unity stuff first. So
I have an announcement
yes.
that we're going to be in Madison next week.
Oh yeah, that's not in here.
Oh, yeah. Heidi, come on.
Oh yeah. So we are going to be in Madison from the 4th through the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do there is we have a huge booth of like a little store. And then we have the long arms that we're selling as well. So we have a nice big area represented by Primitive Gatherings. Yay! Thank you, Ann O'Connor, for that wonderful currently binding carousel from Quilt Box 2 years ago. I love it so much. Somebody else just brought carousel in to get quilted downstairs. So it must be the time to get that done. But thank you so much for that gift. We appreciate that. We take all of that and we buy new equipment with that. So we just got new mics. I don't know if you noticed that, but they're not the prettiest mics, but they do work way better than the other ones, I think. All right, where was I? What was I talking about? Oh, Madison. So also in Madison, I have a quilt in the show. So I want to see how that does. And it's been a long time since I put a quilt in the show, so that'll be fun. And no, I'm sorry, I will be in Houston for Fall Quilt Market, but we're just not traveling anymore. We do the show that is close to us, which is our Madison show, but we can't do it anymore. It's just too much, too hard, too much money. And I don't believe that the crowds are what they used to be. So sorry, come here. We're here for you. You need to come and hang out with us at the gathering. Bring that little honey pie over here.
Your little daddy long
I love
legs.
how he's sitting.
He's daddy long legs.
All right, Jessica has a little friend to share. I think this one will be around for a while.
If
We've
he
had
was
some interesting doggy
Hey, go on.
come on,
issues.
if he was going to be registered, he'd be 3rd time's a charm. Griffin.
Yeah, Griffin. Isn't he the cutest? Yes. Mm-hmm. Kissies. All right. All right. What's his name again?
Griffin.
And he is a
German short hair pointer.
Yep. Hunting dog.
Yep.
You think he hunt?
He will. He
Good.
points already and he goes after the chickens. So
After chasing the chickens around. All right. So this is the newest member of Jessica's family, David's little dog. Does he sleep with him every night again? Yet?
not yet, but he is a snuggler and they match each other's energy.
Good.
So
Perfect. That's what we need for David. Wear
Yes.
that little bugger out. All right, Griffin. So first time, well, I guess he was here the other day when I was here, but
Yeah,
I heard
quickly.
him. I didn't see him. Okay. So let's talk about things that are going on. Was there anything else at Madison I need to talk about?
I don't think so. We'll be in the 1100 aisle. We have 4 booths. So
Right,
come
and I
on
don't
and
know.
see us.
There's the guys are they're doing a class, right? They're doing
They have the
some-
classroom. Yep.
We have long arms, sit down quilting classes going on there. So I don't know what that looks like, how many spots are open or not. I have no idea. Okay, so let's catch up on our Unity giveaway. So I have week 30, 31, and 32. So I think you have that all on a little thing here that Heidi prepares for you. Ooh, okay. So we have Debbie Allen was week 30 that we did not have a live that week. And then Diana Baker is winner of week 31. And then week 32 is Robin McClelland, something like that. I really stink at all those last names. So I apologize if I murdered your name. All right, so those are all the things that are coming up. We also have this mini, Franny, Auntie Franny. All right, so look at Aunt Franny. Isn't she beautiful? I just love making this. This is super cool. I don't know how many people do the mini with me, but here's the pattern. You're going to need a charm pack, and I'll show you what I use. You're going to need 2/3 yards of background, and I use that for the binding as well, and then a 1/2 yard for backing, and then you need 3/4 inch triangle papers if you want to do this mini. So this is the 3rd mini that we are naming after my mom's sisters. So I did a video today, so you can kind of see this was left over. This is the fabric in the charm packs right here. So there's 35, you need 35 darks to do 140 blocks. And so this was my little blocks from my demo. I lost one. Oh well, I got one. Oh, here it is. There's a purple one. So those were the ones I did on the demo. Here's the little triangle paper. So we need this. Each 5-inch square makes 4 blocks. And then I just want everybody to know that I added some sparklers to this line. I added some pinks and a couple greens to make this quilt. So do you see how the pinks and the cheddar kind of make it sparkle a little bit more? So we will put those 5-inch charms in there as well. And then there's some in the charm pack that you will not use for obvious reasons. But you can use these for something else. They're still good for other things. But there are a small little handful in the charm pack that I did not use. So we will have kits for these patterns, downloads, all of that stuff. And guess what? I'm going to pack this up. And somebody is going to win this today. So you will win Franny's kit. I do have to get a background piece for you. It's not, I'll even put in my little pieces here so you can maybe find some in your stash here. So this was the line of fabric. It's from Stonebridge, from Jill Shawless, from Yellow Creek Quilt Designs. This is a Robert Kaufman fabric. And somebody will go home with this today. You say, me, Heidi, pick me as the winner. But this is a reminder, Heidi, that we need a background, 2/3 of a yard. So we'll put this right in this cute little pouch for you. And then this will be somebody, throw some caramels in here. All right. So this will be one of our door prizes today, because you know what? When I do those videos and I have all this stuff laying around, I don't know what to do with it. Yes, I could put those little blocks in my little block makers. You know, sometimes, what do we call those? Our test blocks. I have a drawers full of test blocks. And someday I'm just going to put the quilt together with all the blocks from all of the, see, I told you they would say, pick me, Heidi, pick me. Pick me, please.
Yes,
Pretty, please. Okay. So Unity winners, thank you for hanging around with us for 32 or 33 weeks. We appreciate that. Our next clue will be coming soon. I promise, somewhere around 40. All right. And then you will go to town and it will get done. So I'm going to talk a little bit. I've got one more announcement here. So I want to talk about a couple more shops that carry primitive gathering stuff that we sell wholesale to. So we have a company called Vintage Pink and Green Quilt Studio, and the owner's name is Kelly, and she has 2 locations. And one is on Market Street in Snow Hill, Maryland, and then another one on Bridge Street in Weisport, Pennsylvania. They must be pretty close together, I'm assuming. And their website is called vintagepinkandgreen.square.site. And they bought lots of wool from us, so they should have lots of wool there at her shop. So say hi to Kelly if you are near her, or if you have plans maybe this fall to go on a road trip. I'm sure it's beautiful in Maryland and Pennsylvania when the trees change colors. So tell her I shouted out her shop for her, because we are so appreciative of all of our wholesale customers. And then we have another company called And So It Began, and the owner is Rhonda Stockton, and she is in LaPorte, Texas, and that is like 30 minutes east of Houston. And Rhonda is one of my good friends. We call her Red Robin. Red Rhonda. Sorry, Red Robin. I'm thinking of the hamburger joint, Red Robin. Yum. Yeah. Anyway, so we call her Red Rhonda, and she is super fun. So go visit her shop as well if you are in Texas near her. And she has a retreat house there as well. So you might want to check that out too. All right. So thank you to our wholesale customers. We appreciate that. All right. And then I have some, did I ever say the August anniversaries yet?
Not that
I don't think so. All right. So we have some anniversaries here for our people that work here. So we have this awesome lady called Mary Gilbert. She's a picker, so she picks your orders. And Mary has worked here 3 years. So congratulations, Mary, on working for us for 3 whole years. And then we have Jessica Johnson, 16 years.
That's only full time.
That's only full time? So what's the part-time? How long?
18.
18 years total she's worked here. So see, she can just run the joint.
Should I confetti it?
Yeah. Where's the confetti? 18 years. That's pretty good. That's like a whole, 18 years of schooling and all that kind of stuff. So
I've been schooled well.
yeah, she's been schooled well. It's so fun for me to walk by the booth and not have to have a thing to do with it. Let me tell you, it's taken me all those years to not have a thing to do with it, but hey, I like it. And it looks beautiful, by the way. So if you're going to go to the Madison show, you're going to love our booth. Lots of things that we haven't released yet from maybe previous quilt boxes or weekend quilts or stuff like that yet that you haven't seen. And then we have Kristen South. She has been here 2 years. She works in kitting. We have Susie Jankowski. She's been working on weekends for 11 years. She is not a full-time employee. We can't wait till she retires because she is our McGowan certified rug hooker. And pretty soon, I'm thinking she'll be done. And then we have Sherry Sweeney, who works in the shop. And Sherry's been with us for 4 years. So we can't do this without all of our help. And we appreciate all of them coming to work every day, right? I love it. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about works in progress. So Kaylee, can you pan back behind me and show us our latest finish? So behind me, ta-da, yay, just in time for September, for fall. Isn't it a beautiful quilt? So I didn't know, I was on the fence about the black border, and I decided, nah, I ain't putting it on. So I wanted this quilt to be a little bit bigger. And just a little hint, if you didn't put yours together yet and you want a bigger quilt, turn the pumpkins the other way. So it goes across the bed this way. So if you turn the pumpkins, it can go bigger across your bed the other way, because I think it's like 86 that way, so it'll go across a king size bed or a queen size bed. And if you would turn the pumpkins the other way, right now this quilt finishes 78 by 86 or something like that. If you put on a 3-inch border, it will finish 80 something, 84 by 96, I think. Okay. But don't hold me to that, right? And you could always add another cream border on that if you like the airiness of the white. I just wanted it done because I really loved making this quilt. How many of you are making this quilt? Isn't it great how easy everything is, and how like it's actually like really easy, so it's really fun to stitch, and you're gonna love making this quilt. But I do want to point out, and you might have heard me say this in the video for finishing, that you gotta watch those triangles. These little triple triangles here, I ripped, they would just turn magically when I was putting my rows together. Granted, I didn't feel the greatest when I was putting this quilt together, so that's my excuse. But I probably ripped out at least 8 times. I sewed one wrong and had to rip it and turn it. So I'm just warning you. Hopefully you're better at me than turning those, but it's very easy quilt, very fun. It looks complicated. It looks like it's on point. It is not on point. It's just set straight, and you're going to love this quilt if you didn't make it. I don't know if are we going to have kits for this? Do you think?
I don't think we're going to be able to replicate it.
Okay. All right. Possibly not. Possibly yes. Possibly no. We'll see once.
If we took apart, probably.
I know that we don't have any more of that fabric, that light pumpkin one. One of our quilt kits ate all that up already. So
I think we'd have to take apart fat quarter bundles in order to make it, which possibly.
I am working on the replication of the antique quilt. Remember the one that was in the background? So I made a block. I wrote some directions. It's just not, we're just trying to catch up on some other things before I release that pattern for you. And I'm just using, and it's kind of hard to write a pattern when you're using scraps because I don't know. I'm just going to tell you what you need, and you're just all the directions and the measurements, and you're just going to have to figure it out from there. But yeah, because I want to strip piece it, and it'll be much more scrappy if you don't strip piece it. But I think I probably overcut for it already, so I might be giving away some of my pieces for that as well. But don't worry, I did not forget about it. I already made a block. I already wrote the directions. I just got to get it to the graphic person to make a pretty pattern for it. All right, and I just want you all to know that I've been working like really hard, like really hard on all these crazy stuff. Like I'm a little crazy about, I have to have my cruise project done by September 1st for Roseanne. And it's killing me to work on something that's, the cruise isn't until March. So it was really hard for me to find a spot to fit it in. So yesterday was the day that I set aside to finish, or not to finish, to get this all laid down. So this is Sarah the sea turtle. And she's a little bright. And she's a lot brighter than what I'm seeing on the screen here. But so I have all the wools laid down. Now I have to do all the fancy stitching. So this right here is embroidered and then has some fancy little rosette knots in there. So that's why I have a little bit placement there. But isn't Sarah beautiful? And she's fun. And so anybody who's going on the cruise is going to have an opportunity to make Sarah the sea turtle. And yes, if you love her, we will have kits for her. We will have kits for her as well for everybody else, not just the people that are going on the cruise. And I should have it done sooner than later.
Are you going to be putting her on a board?
A board?
Mm-hmm. Like you did the mittens?
No, I don't. It could be a board, but I think I would just wanted her, like she could be a couple different things really. But I want her as a shape. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to put another piece of wool, a backing on her, but I don't want to put any more wool on there because it just gets too expensive. So I can't wait to stitch this though. But I decided, any of you who are in the wool box, so listen up, wool box people. I don't usually let you know ahead of time what's coming. But I'm working on a Halloween project for the September box. So you'll get You got that maple leaf. I know you all love that maple leaf. Kind of looks like Sarah, right? You know? And so what I decided to do is I'm doing a Halloween project, and it's about 12 inches square, so it can be like a little mini quilt, or it could fit on the board that we have, and it's wool on wool, and it's very fun. But I'm going to give you your indigo blocks, and I'm going to give you the butterfly. I'm going to get that butterfly done. I'm probably about halfway done with that. So you're going to get the butterfly in lieu of another project. And then, you know, because we have to worry about money when we do that, you know, we have to fit in the budget. So I'm going to give you that instead of another project. So you can start working on the center of that. And then you're still going to get, I believe, 8 more of the little flower blocks. And I'll talk to you about that next here. I'll pull that out because I am working on that. I got to pull threads for Sarah. I almost want to give it to one of the girls and say, hey, can you match these threads for me? Because it's going to take an hour to pick threads out. So I do have all of my blocks done for indigo. So these you won't see till later. They're a little stringy right now because I didn't clean them up. So I just will show you a couple of these here. So I do have stacks of all my blocks. They are all done, every one of them. So that's why I'm working on the center now. And I'm going to give you that center. Look at all those. So there's 44 of them. Want to quick see them? I'll show you the one Madeline doesn't like. This one right here. She don't like this one. She's like, there's no wool on this one. Redo that one. All right. A couple more. I'll go through them all. Why not, right? So you can see what you all have to look forward to. If you're not doing this, if you're not in the wool box, shame on you for one. But two, it will possibly be a kit afterwards. I use recycled denim. I did put in the kit some chambray fabric that looks like denim that you can use for your blocks, or you can use it as the back if you're going to use denim like I am. This is our new Firebird wool. I love that new wool. This is beautiful too. This was a fun one. So many flowers, so little time. But you get the idea, right? Okay, so here I am. So I'm stitching. So maybe Kayla can go closer. All right, so I don't want me to hit it like that. So you can kind of see where I am. I got the butterfly stitched. I started stitching the flowers in here. I did the leaves here. I did these at the doctor's office this morning. So now I did the berries. So I stitched the berries. And just a little, when you're stitching these little berries and they don't look round when you put them down, don't worry. As long as you put enough stitches around them, don't put 4 stitches around that berry, okay? You need more than 4. I'd say 8 at the least around this little 1/4 inch berry. And when you do that, you're going to get a perfect circle. It will go back to being perfect. So this is Indigo Revival. This is in the wool box. When you are in the wool box, you get everything in your wool box is 40% off retail. So just know that if you like some of the projects, when you get to buy them, you don't get the 40% off because you're not in the wool box. So you see how that works? So get in the wool box. I don't even know if we have any openings anymore. It's close though. If
Just a few.
A couple?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm just going to take 5 minutes and put this back in this bin because you know what? I can't put any more in this bin. It's seen its day here. But my little system is working, I think.
You have to sit on it. It's bursting.
All right. I don't know where that went, but I have to find that. Okay. So I hope you love doing your boxes there. All right. What do we have in here? Ooh. Can I show them
She
this?
looks at me.
Can I show them this?
No.
Sure. I don't. You're gonna do it anyway, so.
So you know that mug that you ordered? This is the same design. All right. Isn't it beautiful? So beautiful. So I got this all laid down and ready to stitch.
What is that going to be?
For Primitive Christmas, a free pattern for you. So this is going to be one of our free patterns. Of course, we will have kits for them, but you won't have to pay for the $15 pattern. All right, that's going to be one of our gifts. And then I'll give you a little peek at this one. This is going to be part of the Wool Box project. So this is a haunted house. I can't show you the whole thing. So I got all of this going on. I need to go make sure we have threads for those. Are any of you here today that are going on our Scotland trip? So we're going to Scotland in November. So what I have done for my Scotland people is you're going to get your choice between two things. So I have to sew these Velcros on here. So I'm just going to show you. I did a little like journal. So here is the inside of the journal. And here is a back pocket here. And my journals have graph paper in them. And then here is the cover. So we have a beautiful thistle. Now, if you don't want a journal, I have in the kit quilted this fabric for you already. And if you don't want a journal, you can take this piece of fabric or piece of quilted sandwich, the quilted sandwich, and you can put a thistle on both ends, and then you can make a mat instead of a journal. So either way, it's going to come quilted for them. They're going to get all the wools. They're going to get all the threads because it's awesome. They're coming with me on our trip. All right, I got to sew those Velcros on. I don't want to lose those. So if you're coming along to Scotland, that's our project. And guess what I started? So you know I love doing my rugs, right? So this is a geometric rug. It's huge. It's scrappy. And I got a couple blocks done. So there is how wide it is. And then when I show you the back, you'll see the rest of the pattern. So that's what it looks like. And it's huge. So it's nice big rug. So that's what I'm working on as well. And Jessica and I have put some classes on our website for next year to do some rug punching. Jessica, look what I found. All right. I know. All right, I know. I'm behind on something. But you got to understand that the blockheads are meant to be made when you have time. So I've had some other deadlines I've had to work on. So my staff can be like dyeing wools and cutting kits all ahead. So I had to work on that. So I didn't have a lot of time to work on my motor blockheads, but I promise to catch up. All right. So I'm just going to show you the blocks I have so far. If you are working on these, I'll show you what I have done so far. And because I don't even remember if I showed you guys this. Did I show them this yet?
Your big center one?
Yeah.
I believe that's the last.
Yeah.
Probably
so
the
this,
last one they've
So
seen.
this was block 11. I think we're on 14 now. But then I didn't do 9 and 10 either. So I didn't do 9, 10, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so I am a little bit behind, but I will catch up. But this is my block. And I did much easier cutting directions for us. So that's there. And then here are some of my other blocks. I'll just kind of show you those. But I promise I will get them done. Just not the date that they're due.
Honestly, I don't think you're the only one who's
I
behind.
know I'm not the only one.
I mean,
know.
out of the designers, I don't think you're
Yeah,
the only
I
one
know.
that's behind.
Not everybody's even making the quilt.
Right, there you go.
But, I'll just sit down one day and I'll just do a bunch of them and I'll be caught up. That's how we work sometimes. But they are fun blocks, aren't they? They are gorgeous. And then there's some big ones. This is an 18-inch block. Mine was a 27-inch block. Here's another one. This is kind of a weird block. I think this is a weird block. There's something funny about this block. Okay, I'm just saying it. I ain't going to say it.
Gee,
But there
Lisa,
is something funny about this block.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm not going to say it. But that's only where I'm at with my Moda blockheads. All right. Anything else in here?
I see it too.
What's that?
Comment.
Oh,
I
yes.
see it too.
Very weird. Yeah. See, it is weird. It is a weird block. All right. So this is to sew my things
You're
on.
supposed to get your mind out of the gutter.
All right. Is that all I have to talk about today?
Yeah, you know.
All right.
We did have a request that you show how your threads are organized in that box next to you. And I thought that was kind of a funny request. So maybe you should do that.
They're not.
How are they going to come
They're
flying
not.
out? Yeah.
It's a mess. And what's really funny is all these other projects that I just got done, there's this whole box of dump threads. I call it like I dump them before I have to go put them in where they go. What is
This
this?
is the old box on how to organize.
Oh, yeah. So,
I thought liked that
usually
color.
we have these really cool boxes like this, where they all stay flat and, perfect. They don't do what my box is doing right now, which is bulging. Yeah. So here's all of my paperwork and blocks. Did y'all see my needle book? This was one of our wool box projects. So here's all my threads I'm keeping track of. I know I got to add the latest ones to it. So if you've never seen this, isn't this amazing for take you along projects? Because if I put a needle in my block or on the one, I always lose it. So I have to take my whole needle book with me, but we have these cool tags that you stitch on. I think they're stitched on. Or are they glued on? They might be glued on. I don't know. But isn't that cool? And it's hard. It's like cardboard in there. And here is how my threads live in this mess. All right. And then when I'm done, this is what I do.
Oh boy.
I do this. All right. So I take this and I put this in my jar of threads. Because this is what happens when they cohabitate like this. They lose some of their little bit. But yeah, this is how it is. Sorry, it's not prettier.
So your project box there, that larger one that you're hanging on to right there, where do you get those from?
Oh, these are art bins. I believe they're on our site.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Mhm. Yep, we sell these here.
And they're called art bins.
Art bins.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then now as far as the thread box to your right, that is not the one we currently
No,
carry,
this
right?
isn't one of our old boxes, but the new box that we have holds more. All right, I think Heidi's looking for one. So this is the old boxes that we used to have, and this is what I have at home, but these are the new ones. So it's a little bit bigger. I believe this one holds 48. I believe 54, 56.
50 something, yeah.
Yeah, so there's, no. All right, so this one these are what we currently have on our website for thread boxes. And then this is an art bin project box that I believe we can sell those too. I think they're on our site. All right.
I know that if the thread, the larger thread one, that the new one that we carry, if
Yeah.
that one is not on the site, it's absolutely on comments sold.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Put those back in there. Do we have any other questions before we pick some winners of today's live? Remember, I get to go to the fair today. I have a couple more videos to shoot though before, short ones.
Do you have anything else to add about Unity? I know you mentioned when the next clue's coming out.
I can tell you that my Unity is done except for one row. So I have been working on that as well. I saved one row. Yes, I saved one row. I was gonna grab it before. I saved one row to do as a demo for that week, but it's a huge quilt and it is so awesome. So keep piecing your half square triangles. You need 144 9-patch blocks. Stop at 144 because that's only how many we need. And then the next clue will be revealed in 6 weeks or something like that. 6-8 weeks. I don't know if it was 44 or 40, somewhere around 40. Did anybody remember?
I thought you said 40.
Yeah, somewhere around 40. All right, so we have this wonderful piece here that I have stitched. There's a beautiful frame over there. This is beautiful hand-dyed orange wool. It shows up really brown for some reason on all the screens, but it is really orange, and it is a bright orange. So we have this as a special over Labor Day weekend. So what are the dates? So over Labor Day weekend, we have, we're closing on Saturday, right? So you tell them all. You know.
So it's Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. You spend $50 or more, and on regular or on items that are in store, so non-pre-ordered items, you are going to get a free downloadable pattern for that, and then you will also get a free kit.
All right. Can you grab the frame too? I want to show them that we do have a frame for this. It's just not quite dry for us to frame it, so that is why. But the beautiful variegated threads are just so awesome in this. So this is just one piece of wool. So this is a nice deep brown frame that we're going to put on here. I think I want them to scuff it up a little bit too and make it beat it up a little bit. But so this is a kit that you're going to get with the $50 purchase. So you're going to get the kit and the pattern for that if you do a purchase over Labor Day weekend. Okay, so that is our special because we are closed here. We're giving our staff the holiday weekend off, and because I don't like closing, but it's hard to stay open for like 6 people, right? So you understand, and we tell everybody ahead of time we're closing. So hopefully not too many people stop in and are disappointed that we closed for the holiday. Okay, anything else before we sign off?
Yeah, I have prizes for you, or prize winners for you, and then we have Katrina says she entered in the April box baby quilt in the. I'm reading that wrong. She entered a quilt in the Montana State Fair and won first prize.
Oh,
So
awesome.
one of the quilts from
All
here.
right, so what is it that entered?
Katrina
In the
Carpenter.
April box baby quilt, Montana State Fair, and I won first prize. I put an inner border on it to highlight the red in the quilt. It turned out beautifully. Very good. Yes, yes. So, and sometimes the quilts that are in those boxes are using pre-cuts, so they're not super hard or anything like that. They're usually pretty easy, but hey, you can still win awards with easy quilts, and we appreciate you sharing that with us. Okay, so I have some winners here. Remember, somebody is going to win the kit here for Franny. You lucky dog, you. And it's not starch, I'm sorry. But you do have a couple of my blocks I made that I'm putting in there that you can put in your quilt if that is any.
So the third one in line is the
third one?
Yeah, is the
All
one it's marked.
Okay.
For the, yeah.
So GK Branson, you are a winner of something. Nita Hughes Bees, you are a winner of something. And then Vera Clifford, you have won Franny. Okay. So thank you all for joining me here today. We hope we inspired you to go on our website and shop. Make sure you like this video, share it with somebody. That helps us out, get our name out there. We appreciate that. Anytime you can talk about primitive gatherings, that helps us as well. So thanks everyone, and happy end of summer. Let's say goodbye to summer of 2025. Have a safe holiday weekend, everybody, and join us back here next week where every stitch tells a story.